We're going to get back to the Browns here. And a quick reminder that NFL fans can start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. When you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. You get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed just by placing your first $5 bet. That's at FanDuel.com/UCSS. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. We have 20 minutes to get through 2.5 topics here, which is plenty of time, but we start with Nick Chubb, guys. He made his 2024 season debut, his first game in 398 days, scored a touchdown. G. Bush, thoughts on Nick Chubb, how he looked in his first game back in a Browns uniform?
I thought he looked like a player that's coming back from injury. I think the best play he made, real talk, was he made a tremendous block. Like, I think,
on the one that Watson almost got sacked.
He almost got sacked.
That was a great play.
Nick Chubb dives over the top and picks up the block, and I'm like, man, that first and foremost, for him to pick up that blitz recognition is, I think people understand how difficult that is. Especially, that means you know the scheme, you know a bunch of stuff, you understand the protections, and the fact that he was able to chip that guy and Watson was able to get rid of the ball. But I just thought he looked like. Looked like a guy that's just getting his feet wet, but, I definitely got chills when he scored that touchdown. One of the most bogus calls I've ever heard in my life.
That was crazy.
How you going to call that?
It actually helped. It actually helped the Browns.
It did.
Right. It turned out to help them because it killed more clock, but it was a terrible call. I don't know what the hell they were looking at.
But I just, I thought he was comfortable getting his feet wet, and besides, it's just crazy, man. I don't want to turn this. This was supposed to be about Nick Chubb.
And we're an hour and a half of the show before
and we didn't even talked about the man, right? We didn't even say nothing. Like that, without the rest of the stuff, like, it's a dichotomy of the best of times and the worst of times with the Browns. So we had the Deshaun Watson stuff, but then you had the mixed feelings because you got Nick Chubb coming back. And I just hoped, and I don't know if Kev is listening to me. Kev, look, man.
He's not, but go ahead.
Yeah, Kev, look, bro. Just go ahead and just get back to what you do, bro. Like, there's an opportunity here for the Browns to play decent football the rest of the season and go into the offseason with some hope of, hey, we played this well. What if we can get another quarterback? We played this well. Like, bring back some of that goodwill stuff. Like, hey, you don't have to run anything now. You got Chubb back. You could go dust off that playbook. You could go, look, this is what Bill Callahan was running, and go back to doing what you're doing, man. Like, get comfortable. This is a great time to reset in the building. Have a positive reset and say, look, that half that season is over, guys. I want y'all to fight these 10 games. This week 1 is week 1. And we're going to go and keep it moving. I think there's some opportunity to get some young guys playing. I think there's opportunity to get some mojo back, and I think it's an opportunity that could be led with Nick Chubb and getting back to the way the Browns play football, and I think that'll help calm a lot of this extra stuff out here.
Real quick, Joel Bitonio never speaks out on officials. And Joel said the line judge was
I don't
really
know what the hell
ticky-tack
that call was.
with some of the, like, they had a ton of calls.
And
Joel was kind of rolling his eyes.
that
Joel
one
didn't
was
say
particular.
anything. And Joel was rolling his eyes at the line judge.
No, literally, it was like, does this dude?
What happened?
Does he have a bet on this game?
I'm like, that was weird.
I've never even heard of an offsides on the offense. It's either a false start, like the fact he was lined up in the neutral
It
zone.
was ticky-tack, man.
I had to rewind.
And
to make sure
I
heard
think
it right.
he said it wrong.
I don't want to take the Browns off the hook for playing another sloppy game. They had 80 yards in penalties.
They had a ton of penalties.
I mean, every time you look around, flag. Usually on 1st and 10. Oh,
We'll
great. let's
dissect
start
the game more tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah,
We're not absolving
right.
the Browns of how
Got
close
it.
they played.
As for Nick Chubb, I think you said it best. He looks exactly like a player who's playing his first game after ACL. I think he had, was he like 12? Oh, there it is. 11 carries for 22 yards. That's not Nick Chubb.
Longest run was 5 yards.
Yeah, that's not
he
Nick
didn't look
Chubb.
like himself.
No, I'm not going to sit here and kill him for it.
No.
I thought his presence on the field should have been worth a couple of points yesterday. In reality, this game was lost by special teams. That's it. Special teams, there was an 11-point swing in this game because of special teams.
I mean,
11.
You got Chubb
You
coming
lost by
back.
7.
Jay, you got Chubb coming back, and you give up a 100-yard return
To open it.
to open the game.
I'm like, this is the most Browns thing I've seen since last week.
This is crazy.
It's like every week.
Browns thing I've seen in 7 days.
They blow it up every week. Like, are you kidding me? That building was electrically charged.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know how it came across. I wasn't there. You were in the antiseptic press box, watching on TV, watching Nick's introduction. No, I know. I get that. I don't blame the fans, by the way.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of that was due to, like, the season's over, or how much of that was due to. I heard from fans said, I'm not going to go to any more Browns games because they're moving. Like, that's silly.
Oh, that's silly.
But I heard people say that.
It's more because
I think so too.
And it was a beautiful day weather-wise.
Gorgeous. Yeah, a lot to do. That wouldn't ruin your day.
I'm horrified to see what December is going to look like because October is
already. Oh my God! You're going to have $5 tickets.
It's already empty.
He's going to need. Remember when Mangini was coaching and they were terrible, and they got to the last 4 games of the year, I think. And they played. They played the Saints. They played the New England Patriots. And Peyton Hillis ran crazy.
Yeah.
They were horrible that year. But people were interested in watching those games at the end of the year.
There's no reason to watch these.
Well, here's the thing.
Maybe Nick Chubb.
He has to give them a reason. The Browns have to give them a reason.
Like, he looked. I guess, with Nick Chubb, I'm just always expecting more because it's Nick Chubb.
He looked tentative to you?
He just didn't look like a special back in that moment, which is normal because he's coming back from a devastating injury. Yeah. I guess there was part of me that just expected him to be superhuman his first game back, which was unfair of me. Now, part of it was the offensive line was not very good and whatever, but he clearly didn't look like himself. He'll get better as the season goes along, but
I mean, we've said
it was
all
cool
along,
to see him get in the end zone.
2. Nick Chubb may never be Nick Chubb. Like,
yeah,
this is 2.
And we're not going to write him off.
No, of course not. Yeah. I'm not ready to say that because of his first game back.
Yeah.
But this is 2 devastating knee injuries he's had. He's creeping up in age.
Yeah.
His best days may very well be behind him.